The one-man army of the BRS. K. Chandrasekhar Rao has spoken exclusively first here on India Today. We're going to be getting you excerpts of that exclusive conversation. Is he confident of completing a hat-trick in Telangana? We'll tell you all of that in just a bit. A quick check of the headlines first. Mega India Today impact. Day after India Today's deep dive into the dangers of deepfake, Prime Minister Modi sounds an alarm, calls deepfake the biggest threat to society and warns citizens.
जो भी चैट जीपीटी का उपयोग करता है या कोई इस प्रकार से एआई का उपयोग करता है तो वहां एक आना चाहिए, इट्स अ डीपफेक। फिर उसको देखें, आनंद करे, जो करना है करे, लेकिन उस पर आना चाहिए।
Women voters outnumber men so far in state of war. Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh sees over 67% turnout as it votes for 70 seats in phase 2. Voting to conclude any time now. Congress's Priyanka Gandhi Vadra speaks exclusively to India Today's Rajdeep Sardesai from poll-bound Rajasthan. Claims Congress is united but the BJP is divided in Rajasthan.
सचिन पायलट, अशोक गहलोत, will they fight together? क्या वो एकजुट होकर लड़ेंगे? प्रियंका
होकर लड़ रहे हैं। इस चुनाव में राजस्थान में बीजेपी एकदम बिखरी हुई है।
Congress launches its manifesto in poll-bound Telangana with the 6 guarantees being reiterated once again. Big focus on minorities, women welfare and education, which we'll tell you more about in just a bit. Forty workers trapped for over 150 hours and counting in Uttarkashi tunnel. Rescuers inch closer. Only 30 meters of debris left to insert 5 900 mm steel pipes for an escape route. Challenge faced as debris starts falling down now. And the countdown begins to the mega India versus Australia final clash at the Narendra Modi Stadium. Airfare and hotel prices in Ahmedabad skyrocket. Prime Minister Modi likely to attend the final.
Co-presented by
आपका जॉय भारत का जॉय जॉय ई-बाइक,
co-powered by
पारुल यूनिवर्सिटी वडोदरा गुजरात।
As we count down to November 30th, that's voting day in Telangana, we're seeing politics heating up in the state. And the one man everyone's watching out for is Telangana Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao. He's cool, he's confident that he's going to be returning to power. He's going to continue as the Chief Minister of Telangana. And in the first ever conversation with any media outlet, he's spoken exclusively to the India Today magazine team, to Raj Chengappa as well as Amarnath Menon. He's expressed confidence that he will pull off a hat-trick, gives details about exactly what his election strategy is and much more. Here are some excerpts of the interview. We'll be taking this across to Raj Chengappa in just a bit. K. Chandrasekhar Rao, the Telangana tiger who's seeking a third term as Chief Minister. He's facing anti-incumbency, facing a fierce fight from Congress and BJP, and facing a slew of corruption and dynasty allegations. But KCR is cool and confident of a massive victory in his state and securing a hat-trick. In a mega national exclusive, Telangana Chief Minister KCR has spoken to India Today magazine, sitting down with Raj Chengappa and Amarnath Menon to detail his election strategy. On opinion polls hinting at serious anti-incumbency, here's KCR's response.
Let me be straight. There is no pro-incumbency in Telangana, like when Mr. Jyoti Basu and Mr. Naveen Patnaik ruled and won many terms.
Then why is KCR fighting from 2 seats, from Gajwel and Kamareddy? Is he worried? A confident KCR says,
KCR will never be worried. I have my own reasons that I will reveal after the election results come out.
The opposition's campaign has been focused on dynasty politics, particularly the BJP, who've repeatedly attacked KCR with a Parivarvad attack.
इन परिवारवादी पार्टियों के संरक्षण में भ्रष्टाचार फलता है, फूलता है और अवसर भी सिर्फ और सिर्फ नाते रिश्तेदारों को ही मिलता है।
To this, here's KCR's response.
The fact is, my entire family was involved in the Telangana agitation. Both my son and daughter fought for it in a very big way. They were educated in the US, employed there, and were leading a good life. But they came back and joined the agitation. They even went to jail. And they were elected democratically after that. This Parivar business is all rubbish.
He's also responded to Prime Minister Modi's Parivarvad attack, saying,
He's a liar. The BJP gives tickets to many Parivars. They made Yediyurappa's son BJP state chief in Karnataka recently. Where was the Parivarvad then, Mr. Modi?
KCR hasn't minced words while attacking the Congress either. Rahul Gandhi has focused his campaign in Telangana on allegations of corruption against KCR.
आपके चीफ मिनिस्टर ने पिछले 10 साल आपसे पैसा लूटा है, उनके परिवार ने आपका पैसा लूटा है। जितना पैसा उन्होंने आपसे लूटा है उतना पैसा हम आपकी जेब में डालने जा रहे हैं। अगले 10 साल में कांग्रेस पार्टी जितना पैसा उन्होंने लूटा है उतना पैसा आपकी जेब में, किसानों की जेब में, महिलाओं की जेब में, युवाओं की जेब में हम डालेंगे।
Remember how KCR called Rahul Gandhi a buffoon?
मैं क्या, राहुल गांधी क्या फैक्ट है जी मालूम है सबको दुनिया में? The biggest buffoon in the country. Everybody knows. Whole country has seen the open assembly how he went to Mr. Narendra Modi and hugged him. The way he is winking.
Well, his opinion hasn't changed. When asked about whether he's had a change of heart after seeing the Bharat Jodo Yatra, KCR said,
Bharat Jodo Yatra is also a big joke. What is the message? There was some filmy dialogue on Mohabbat. What about poverty in the country and unemployment?
K. Chandrasekhar Rao is a one-man army, and he's made it clear with this interview that Telangana will be his post-December 3rd as well. But he's also harboring national ambitions. When asked about whether he'll return as chief minister if BRS wins, KCR says,
As a matter of fact, I need to contribute to the country now. Not go to the centre, but sit here and do it. In Maharashtra, our party has made a beginning with excellent results in the Gram Panchayat polls. About 2.5 million people have joined the BRS in Maharashtra. That's a big surprise to one and all in the country.
You've heard from the man himself. KCR is confident of a third term and remains unbothered by the Congress or BJP factor. With Raj Chengappa and Amarnath Menon, Bureau Report, India Today. So those are some of the highlights of India Today magazine's interview with KCR. Again, like I said, he's clearly exuding confidence, saying that there's no competition whatsoever, that December 3rd, there will be positive news for the BRS. I also want to bring in on this broadcast Raj Chengappa, Group Editorial Director, who had a chance to meet with KCR. And let's put out those pictures as well. Those are the pictures of your meeting, I think just a few days back, Raj,
Yes.
in Hyderabad, on the outskirts of Hyderabad rather. You sat down with him, and the mood that we get on the ground, and when I've seen covered KCR's rallies, is he comes across as very calm, very confident, truly a one-man army of the BRS. Is he that confident when you met him in the interview as well of a win?
You know, I was surprised, Akshita. We'd gone to his farm along with Amarnath Menon, my colleague. And here was this huge political storm that had broken out. I mean, the polls going on. And this man was like the eye of the storm itself, you know, calm, composed. And when we look, reports were there that there was high anti-incumbency, and it was certainly going to be tough for him. In fact, we were thinking of, you know, back to the wall or fight for survival. But here, he said there's a pro-incumbency wave, pointed out to how Naveen Patnaik and Jyoti Basu, didn't mention Mamta, I may have forgotten that, had won successive terms as chief minister. And he thought he was going to do it despite whatever everybody else said. And as we spoke to him, you know, I asked him, very interestingly, I said, so how are you so confident? And he said, just look at the benchmarks. And that's what is interesting about his response. He plays with facts. And he said the per capita income of Telangana when he took over in 2014 was around 1,12,000. Today it is 3,16,000. That's almost treble. Now, the other point was in terms of economic growth. He said that Telangana was growing at the rate of 12.7%, the GSDP, and that was higher than the all India average, 2% points higher than that. That's impressive. And then he talked about the fact that, when he took over, the state, you see, after all, Telangana is, in a very arid zone of the Deccan Plateau. Right. And he said there was mass migration at that time. Farmers had no water and things. He said, when he took over, he focused on two things. One was on irrigation and the other on power. And actually, there were these irrigation tanks that were there that had gone defunct, and he blames Andhra Pradesh that was, for neglecting them. He revived all of them. These are interconnecting irrigation tanks. And also, the topography of Telangana is a bit disadvantageous because they have two mighty rivers, Krishna and the Godavari, but you have to lift the water because there's a 500-meter sort of height difference that's there. And he did this in his first term and in his second, and the result is that Telangana is now considered the sort of, in terms of paddy, competing with Punjab. It is now the rice bowl of the south. So you have 3 or 4, and he talks of industry as well. Power, he was able to establish an industry. He had this terrific scheme which is called TS iPass, which means that industry can get all its approvals, 57 clearances within 15 days if they found that it was a genuine investment. And on the 16th day, if they didn't do it, they were, if the government didn't clear it, it was deemed a sanction. So if you see that, he just talks on the economic side of it. And look, all, analysis shows that if there's good economic growth, generally a government is re-elected. But there is also this mood, as you would be saying, if you're going down to look at it, there is also a mood for change. How strong is the mood? And whether that will blow KCR away is to be seen.
You mentioned irrigation, and that's, I think, something that he's very passionate about. The irrigation project of Kaleshwaram, which the BRS has been boasting of, has also become an Achilles heel, a political Achilles heel of sorts for the BRS, for KCR, because there are allegations of corruption. There are allegations that, the barrage in the dam itself is very badly constructed. The irrigation project is full of loopholes, etc. Has he responded to these allegations of corruption as well, Raj?
Yes, we asked him precisely that. In fact, we talked about the Kaleshwaram project and the fact that 2 or 3 pillars, one pillar had collapsed and the others had cracks on them. And he said, look, firstly, this is the world's largest project. It's 80,000 crores. And there are, hundreds of these pillars across. In one particular place, this had happened. And he said that, firstly, he thought it was a bit of a conspiracy that is happening close to the elections. And secondly, he said, the fact is the state is not going to lose any exchequer. L&T, which constructed it, which is a very reputed company, is going to take care of that particular place. And he also criticized the Congress for exaggerating. He said, the Congress says, I took 1 lakh crore for this project, but the fact is it's 80,000 crores, and how can they say the total cost was that? So this is true exaggeration. He also pointed out, and I asked him this, there's this business of his MLAs. Say, KCR, in his second term, seemed to have delegated a lot of responsibility to his MLAs to do what they want to do in each of these states, including officers and transfers and everything else. And he says, and he's actually renominating all those MLAs, though other polls show, not his own poll shows, that there's a lot of anti-incumbency against those MLAs, not necessarily just KCR himself. And he has renominated all of them, which people think is an indication of how insecure is the opposition party say. But he says, look, those chaps, show me one example of corruption against them. Not one wicket to, he uses a cricketing term to say, not one wicket of mine has fallen because of corruption. Where are the charges against them proved, or anyone really brought up that? And that is the folly, I think, of the opposition parties, that they have not been able to emphasize that aspect during the 10 years that he's there. Bringing it up now, they should have had more hard proof.
You say that he is calm, composed, but there are many who are saying that signs of him being rattled, Raj, is in the fact that he's chosen this time to contest from 2 seats. Gajwel, yes, is his stronghold, is a safe seat. Kamareddy, Why did he choose Kama Reddy? Why is he going ahead and contesting from a second seat? Is it because he's unsure and keeping a safe seat, etc.? Because obviously at the end of the day, Gajwel is a safe seat. So there are a lot of questions about what really is the strategy behind choosing a Kama Reddy, which won't necessarily be a cakewalk for him.
In fact, I asked him this point blank, and I said, look, you're so confident, then why are you doing it? I mean, you won Gajwel twice, in 2014 and 2018. And if you're saying there's a pro-incumbency way, why are you standing? So he said, look, there's a good reason that I'm standing from there, and I'll only tell it to you once the elections are done. But from, the speculation from others, not proven really, that really what he's doing, which he talked to us later, and I think you played some of that, was KCR seems to have national ambitions. He thinks that after doing 2 or 3 terms there, just like Prime Minister Modi, that he should now shoot for national politics. He tried that earlier. That's why his party's name was changed from TRS to BRS, from Telangana Rashtra Samiti to Bharat Rashtra Samiti. But that didn't really take off, the federal front. And I asked him this question, how come you're asking for a non-BJP, non-Congress? Why not the Congress? BJP one can understand. And he had utter contempt for the Congress and said it's a flop party. But let's not forget that Congress is his main rival in his own home state. But when it came to his plans, he did hint to me that he would, and he said, Ab ki baar Kisan Sarkar. He believes that the farmers have got a raw deal across the country. That's one of the reasons why he brought that Raitu Bandhu scheme, which gives them 10,000 rupees per acre every year. And he says that, India is the only country, in every other country in the world, farmers are subsidized. Here, we take back from our farmers. And he believes that, if he moves, pushes a movement on Kisans, that the time is ripe for that. So KCR, I suspect, is partly the second seat is being nursed as a kind of a Lok Sabha constituency and would be his platform. But he assured me and he said, look, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to do it from the state itself. I'm not drifting. And he's very happy with what happened in Maharashtra. Of course, it's a long, long way for him to go.
Very true. But I think he's given us a sense of really what his 2024 plan is, his national ambitions and much, much more. Raj has just given you a sense of some of the topics really that KCR has touched upon.
And may I just add, Akshita, just one quick thing. I talked about the economic growth and his confidence. Look, KCR didn't really sit back and say, I'm going to win. Long before even Congress and the BJP tried to do what they did, he announced a full list of his candidates, almost 115 of the 119 seats that are there. The BJP, and this was in August, the BJP and Congress only did it in the last few weeks. Then he went around, he's going around every constituency. He had covered 36 by the time we met him just before Diwali. He's going to cover 100 of them, where he spreads his message of change and continuity and his new slogan where he says, from good to great. So he's got his ear to the ground, and let's give him credit for that. Of course, it's still a tough battle.
Yeah, very true, and that's why he's referred to as a one-man army. He's out there campaigning in almost every single seat because he could be really the change that BRS needs, going by at least some of the opinion polls that suggest that there is a strong anti-incumbency against the BRS. A glimpse there of what that interview contains. You can catch all the details in the latest India Today magazine. You can pick up the latest edition. We'll put out that cover page for you. It's got KCR there with a full interview and also a detailed analysis of where and how the Telangana battle could play out. Very fittingly titled, Can KCR Do a Hat-Trick? Thanks very much, Raj, for joining us here at the India Today studios. As I said, you can pick up our magazine to catch that full interview. Focusing on Telangana, another big update that came in today is that the Congress released its manifesto. And yes, as expected, the guarantees, the Karnataka model is being brought to Telangana by Congress. But besides that, several other announcements also that were made, where the focus particularly was on minorities, on education, on employment. So while there are freebies mentioned, here are some of the highlights also of the manifesto. The Congress said that they will provide 1,60,000 rupees to newlywed couples, and these are from minority groups. And remember that tomorrow you're going to see the BJP's manifesto for Telangana being put out. The BJP has repeatedly criticized the Congress, saying that this freebie culture, these guarantees that they're coming out with, like in Karnataka, is not going to create any sort of ripples in Telangana.
But you must start with the 6 guarantees. 2,500 rupees to women, free bus for the women, unemployed youth stipend. So there are lots of other 200 units of electricity, all that we have promised. That is the starting point. The OBC declaration, subcategorization of the various communities. We will do caste census. There's so many other issues.
As far as the manifesto is concerned of Telangana, the Congress party, first we should understand that they are giving so many freebies. So they have to tell to the people that how are they going to get the funds for that. That is the main issue. See, unimplemented manifestos are only making people to believe them just to get some votes.
All right, news coming in now. Former MP and film actor Vijay Shanti, who's joined the Congress. She resigned from the BJP recently. There was a lot of speculation on what would be her next political move, and speculation was also rife that the Congress was reaching out to her. She seems to have accepted their invite, was formally welcomed by Mallikarjun Kharge today in Hyderabad. Abdul Bashir is joining us live with more details on this. Abdul, on the day of their manifesto release with Mallikarjun Kharge in Hyderabad, Vijay Shanti is officially switched over from the BJP to the Congress. How significant is this really for the Congress? What kind of influence could she have in the upcoming polls?
Well, Vijay Shanti, who is a well-known Tollywood actor and she is also a former MP, she had recently resigned from the Bharatiya Janata Party. Not only her, there are several leaders from Vivek to other top leaders, top brass leaders who joined the BJP after the municipal polls have got back to the Congress party, among which is Vijay Shanti as well. Today at Vijay Shanti at Hyderabad had met Mallikarjun Kharge, and his presence, she has joined the Congress party today, and this is said to be a big backlash for the BJP in the state, as several of its leaders are now shifting sides. Maybe they, the experts say that they are realizing that now it is the Congress who is right now giving a tough fight to the BRS, and after the change or shift in the presidentship is what this move is being taken by the other leaders. So there were several internal conflicts that were going on amongst leaders, as we had been reporting earlier, and now what we see is several leaders are shifting sides, be it moving towards Congress or the BRS also, we can say. So Vijay Shanti, who is said to be a top brass, what sources say is that Vijay Shanti is also expecting a ticket from Medak for the upcoming Lok Sabha polls, and now she's joined the Congress party, and she will. It is to be seen, will the Congress party fulfill her request of this a ticket from
so she'll
Medak
be for sure campaigning as a star campaigner in this election, but she is eyeing the big game, which is 2024. Thanks very much, Abdul, for joining us with all of those updates. We'll continue getting you all the latest updates from Telangana. I'll be touching down in Hyderabad tomorrow, and from Monday, we'll be getting you every update from Ground Zero. On the other side of a very short break, our focus is going to be on Chhattisgarh and Madhya Pradesh, where voting has come to an end. The latest on the voter turnout coming your way.
You are watching India Today, powered by Finest. Be Sustainable Change, a BNP Group company.
Eating right. Take a deep dive into the ultimate guide based on new research by nutritionists. On what's healthy for you and what's not. Read the full story in this week's issue of India Today magazine. Subscribe now.
जो लीडर हैं, किशन रेड्डी का बयान देखा, जो तेलंगाना के प्रेसिडेंट हैं, वो ये कह रहे हैं कि बीजेपी अगर पावर में आएंगी तो हम पुराने शहर में घरों को बुलडोजर लगा देंगे। आप बताइए कि क्या नफरत है इनको पुराने शहर से। इनसे पहले एक उनका एक प्रेसिडेंट था, उन्हें बोला मैं सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक करता हूं पुराने शहर पे, उसको नहीं हुआ, उन्हें टाइम हो गया। अब इन्हों आए, अब इन्हों आके बोल रहे मैं बुलडोजर इस्तेमाल करता हूं जैसा यूपी में इस्तेमाल किया गया। हम बीजेपी के लोगों को बताना चाह रहे हैं कि यहां बुलडोजर काम नहीं करता, यहां मोहब्बत काम करती है। यहां तुम्हारी नफरत काम नहीं करती, यहां मोहब्बत काम करती है। तुम नफरत की राजनीति करते हो, तुम तोड़ना तुम्हारा काम है। बुलडोजर लाके घर को तोड़ देंगे। अरे क्यों तोड़ेंगे घर को आप? किसी का बसा बसा है घर आप तोड़ना चाहते, आपको वोट नहीं मिल रहा तो वोट कैसा लेना चाह रहे? हम बुलडोजर से घरों को तोड़ देंगे पुराने शहर के। ये नफरत की बातें बीजेपी करती है।
Voting has officially come to an end in the state of Chhattisgarh as well as Madhya Pradesh. Remember, it was the second phase of polling in Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh. The entire state went to polls today. The numbers as far as the voter turnout is concerned, 68.15% of voting held in phase 2 of the Chhattisgarh polls, while in Madhya Pradesh the turnout is somewhere near 71%. It's over now to November 25th when you'll see Rajasthan going to polls, and then November 30th, which is the date that Telangana will vote. These are the latest numbers on your screens. Is it a healthy voter turnout? What does that signify? We'll be telling you more on that as well. So the fate of the Netas in Chhattisgarh and Madhya Pradesh sealed now will be announced on December 3rd. That's all we have time for on this broadcast. Thanks very much for tuning in. Coming up on the other side is our World Cup special with Nikhil Nas.
You are watching India Today, powered by Finest, Be Sustainable Change, a BNP Group company.
High-frequency electromagnetic fields will interfere with the functioning of your heart. Simply put, it's your mobile phone which is interfering with the functioning of your heart, especially when you put it in the left pocket of your shirt and think it's going to do nothing. It's a myth. It will cause you problems. Take a look at this report.
Electronic gadgets make life very convenient and bring the world to our fingertips, with meals, clothes and vacations just a thought away. But did you know that at the same time, your device is secretly stealing from you the very life that it's making oh so easy? Yes, you heard that right. Your mobile phone may actually increase your susceptibility to cardiovascular diseases. High-frequency electromagnetic fields increase the risk of heart disease. These invisible waves impact your heart rate when you keep your mobile near your chest. The radiation from mobile phones increases free radicals, a reactive oxygen species which damage cells and also your DNA. It's been found that mobile phones, earpods and smartwatches are also the leading cause of headaches, numbness in thighs, dizziness and heaviness in the chest. We hope that the penny has dropped and not your phone. With Dhruv Yadav, Bureau Report for India Today.
Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@aajtak.com.
As the narrative of democracy comes full circle in the state of Rajasthan,
where the people become the powerful and the powerful at the will of the people.
Will
history repeat itself, or will the people of the state script a new chapter?
सबसे बड़ा मुद्दा क्या है? MLA का चुनाव ये ज्यादा भारी पड़ रहा है।